Um, yo, this is actually kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. All right, 3rd and 4 for Nebraska. We are going to finish out this game. 3 minutes left in the third. Raiola's still out there. Him and his team are down 4 touchdowns. And here comes the pressure that they brought all day. It's going to be intercepted again. This time at the 50-yard line. By the way, what you guys missed. First, welcome Shay. Welcome Shay. What you guys missed was a pick 75-yard. Not like a pick 6, but dang near 75 yards. Pretty 80. I think it was 80-yard. 80-yard interception. Indiana is doing nothing but greatness. Guys, about to be 7-0 for the first time since 57 years. Again. So, last time they went 7-0, they won the Big Ten. They made it to the Rose Bowl and lost to USC. Remember, the Rose Bowl is always Pac-12 champ versus Big Ten champ. At least it used to be. So, this would be one of the biggest wins in program history. If they finish it off right now, they're up 4 touchdowns with the ball. This is a blowout. I'm not going to act like this ain't a blowout. This ain't really a fun game unless you care about the teams. But I care. This is a fucking blowout, and it's awesome. Indiana has not had a 28-point lead against Nebraska since 1945. Team is an absolute buzzsaw right now. Their defensive scheme is great. Their offense is great. There's not a team I think Indiana might not lose to, whatever. Weston Warrior, welcome back, brother. But no, I'm just saying, I don't know, guys. This Indiana team is for real, for real. First to like. Oh, I like that, brother. I like that. Shay did not like video. Good game on. Oh, you're a Titans guy. Hey, man, it was good. It was good. He's very bad. He's very bad. I honestly think y'all should tank for Quinn Ewers or Shadur Sanders. At the same time, Ridley, man, what the hell happened to him? He went 0 for 8 on targets that were thrown at him. No, I watched the game. Really, only 5 of those were in his vicinity, but he should have caught him. I want Rudolph. Yeah, Rudolph needs to start for y'all if you want to win. But look, this is me not. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I don't really know if Rudolph is your best chance because then you're gonna get middle of the draft order next year. You're gonna miss the playoffs, and then you're gonna get who would you get? You wouldn't get Quinn or Shadur. I don't know who you would get then at quarterback. So it was I don't know, man. You need to draft a quarterback again. You need to start over again. That's coming from me, a certified Titans hater for years. But, man, that was a pretty sad performance. Levis, I mean, dude, I sure look scared at times. But like all people, bro, I was never, fully out of my body. Oh, no, you know. As bad as Trevor Lawrence can be, you know he's the truth at times. Just got to give him time. Oh, my goodness. This is going to be Tyson Lawton 30, 25, 20 up the sideline to the 15-yard line. Indiana trying to score 40 points again. This would be their 6th straight game with 40 points, if I'm not mistaken. Yo, what Indiana's doing right now to these Big Ten schools is what other schools do to FCS opponents. This is not normal, y'all. I want you to know. This is, in no doubt to me, a top 12 team in the country right now. In my opinion, top 10. They have their backup quarterback in and they're still dominating. Here's a run, bouncing off tackles. This is not a bad Nebraska team. We know that. Their one loss came in overtime. Jackson and Taven. Quarterback from last year. 4 TDs, 5 INTs. He was very not great, but now look how good he looks because of Signetti. Like, it's crazy. This guy's a guru. No toss play. And they're going to pass with the running back. Oh, my gosh. Incomplete. And he was open, too. Surratt was open. Lefty running back passing. They're pulling out trick plays is hilarious. Yo. It's a nutty buddy, guys. Come on. I want at least first or second or third pick in the draft. Then you got to start losing. You don't want Rudolph then. He'll get you wins. I mean, he won't get you a ton of wins, actually. You're not going to get the first or second pick. Those are going to be locked down probably by the Raiders and Panthers. After that, you're going to be fighting for the Jags for that last, for the third pick, I bet. Taven Jackson, end zone, touchdown, Surratt. What a ball. What a catch by Surratt. And this is incredible. 41-7. Indiana is dominating Nebraska at homecoming. You know, on homecoming, you're supposed to bring an easy opponent. And Nebraska was not that. They are an opponent that's hard and tough. And Indiana was just like, oh, that was 2 feet in. That was 2 feet. I'm telling you, Surratt is going to be in the league, y'all. Bro, he's going to be in the league. That's 2 feet. They keep showing that second one like his first one didn't get in. Surratt's a beast. Now look, this is going to sound crazy to say it like this. Real Indiana fans remember. Who remembers Freifogel, bro? Who remembers Freifogel? Tyson Freifogel. Oh my God. Or was it Tyler? Tyler Freifogel. Whatever. Freifogel. Y'all remember Freifogel? Wop Fillier? Bro. That's what this reminds me of. But instead, Miles Cross and Surratt, you know. Cross had the opening where he had like a lot of 15-yard catches here and there. And now it's just Surratt time. Closer. He's the closer. But Taven Jackson looks amazing right now. When you're able to sub out your quarterback with 7 minutes left in the third, you're doing a pretty good job. You're doing a pretty good job. And when you sub him out and your backup quarterback leads 2 touchdown drives right away after, wow. I'll see you, man. This Indiana team is special, y'all. This team is special. Wow. This team is special. Very special. Anyone out there, cause it's getting harder and harder to breathe. Oh, I love dogs. I love dogs. But who remembers my homie Freifogel? Or Fillier, what Fillier? The real ones remember. Real ones remember. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The real ones remember. The real ones remember back in December. Real ones remember. Real ones remember back in December. Real ones remember back in December. Remember, December, lumber, timber. Timber down. Timber on down. I'm going down, down to your town. Don't. Leading rusher on IU's 1945 undefeated Big Ten team. Jeez, great team, 1945. Hell yeah. That's crazy, y'all. It said 45. If you remember, it said that this is the biggest lead Indiana's had on Nebraska since that 45 team. Undefeated. Like, I'm not saying all that, but y'all. This team has exceeded my expectations this week. It is week 7, and Indiana has already gotten more wins than I predicted them to get before the start of the season. I never thought I'd see this. I didn't. I did not. Here comes Nebraska returning the kick. Indiana just wanted it more. I mean, obviously, I think they're more talented too, but I actually don't even know if that's true. I literally think Indiana, they brought back a lot of guys. Just Macy McCurry, what up? They are great. They're great. No other way to say it, really. Berry. Hey. Raiola, 2 INTs, 24 for 35, 171. No TD passes. Nebraska only has 7 points. Look at this defense still putting in work. And, you know, these are probably the backups, too. And Sig keeps the same expression. Not satisfied. Bro's like Darth Vader or something. This is crazy, y'all. Listen, here it is. Listen to this. Purdue sucks. Listen to him. Which, again, I disagree with, as I'm a Purdue basketball guy. But, oh, God, what a catch. Let's go. I do disagree with that. Well, when it comes to football, I agree with that, actually. But then when it comes to basketball, I'm like, no. That's what happens. That's what happens when you split your fate, you know? But it's what I grew up with, though. What I grew up with. Grew up watching Purdue basketball with my grandpa. I can't switch up like that, man. I also can't switch up on the Hoosiers. Official review, coach said he was out. Let's see.
You know, he gets all these guys to come up from JMU, all these transfers that come up, and his philosophy in the transfer portal has completely transformed to this roster. This is a real good football team. They are hammering Nebraska. Review this potential catch from Lloyd. I think that does he get that hand in, controlling it? If that hand is inbounds, then that would definitely be a catch. This will be a better look. See if that entire hand is in, and it looks to be in.
Wow. It's a catch.
They take a look at this. This is what he said about his confidence.
Listen to Gus.
You know, when you get to be 62, 63, you lose your filter a little bit, right? Signetti told reporters, and when you're used to success.
Oh, his foot's out first. No, it's
and
not.
you've been on campus all day and you detect some things you don't really like, it kind of gets under your skin a little bit. And we are in the entertainment business. This is entertainment. It's coaching, but it's entertainment. And I tell you what, he is putting out an entertaining squad on the field right now. Indiana with an opportunity to go 7-0 if they're able to hold on and win this game. You know, and do think that they're going to give him a catch here. Lloyd on the side.
After review, the receiver's hand came down in bounds. It is a catch. It will be first down for Nebraska at the 40-yard line.
Okay, interesting. Interesante. Iola passes over, incomplete. Dang near was almost another pick. Almost another pick. We still got a whole other quarter. It's 42-7, y'all. What is going on? What is going on here? What is going on? 42-7, man. Wow, wow, wow. Indiana putting belt to butt. Going to keep it a buck. Nebraska losing, dang it. Yes, they are. And I am happy about it. Sorry if you are a Nebraska guy. What a tackle. Third and like 3 or 4 there. I feel like you're dang it. Maybe you're saying dang it like you're an IU guy. I hope you're an IU guy. You're not IU guy? Oh, that's fine. Look, man, it's about time IU gets fucking relevant again. It's been years. Obviously, you had that 2020 stint, right? But before that, man, oh my God, Nate Sudfeld. I'm a Boise fan. My cousin plays. Oh, hell yeah. Boise, a good team. If this Indiana team continues to do what they do, they'll be in the playoff as well. Nebraska, there is a stop, and it's going to be about 4th and 2 right here. As we go to the end of the third quarter, 42-7. I just support my dad. He a Nebraska guy. IU football because my mom, to be honest. And then Purdue basketball because my grandpa. Indiana is good. So, yeah, very good. I mean, shoot. I was just saying, oh, yeah, they're just good. I'm not going to put them in the contender category yet, but I'm going to put them right below it great. Right below it great. Indiana right now to me is a team like a BYU. Right? Where it's like, I mean, you can't technically say yet that, like, they're like way up there, but you can't ignore what they're doing. You can't just turn the other way and be like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? No, what's going on? No, you have to look at it. 7-0 is a record that you can't accidentally get to. I don't care if you played 6 cupcakes and one good team. Like, it's a record that you can't just look away from. Nebraska's not a bad team, like at all. But this is the difference between good and great. Nebraska's a good team. Indiana's a great team. Illinois is a good team. Maryland and Northwestern, okay teams, right? So that's why I wasn't really excited. But I'm telling you right now, a great team. Alabama's loss to Vanderbilt showed me what I knew coming into this year. And that is any team can beat any team because of the 12-team playoff. You have to realize the biggest reason Indiana's 7-0. Number one, obviously, Coach Sig. He changed the culture. Everything's different. Number two, Indiana now feels like they have an actual shot to get things. There's nothing that can stop them. You know what I mean? If they go 11-1, their one loss being to Ohio State, and they don't make the Big Ten championship, you cannot keep an 11-1 Indiana, especially if that loss to Ohio State's by a little margin. Hell, even if they lose by a lot to Ohio State, you can't keep an 11-1 Indiana team out of the playoff. Last time Indiana was this good, they went 5-0, played Ohio State, lost by 7, and got given like the Gator the Gator Bowl against 3-3 Ole Miss because that was the 6-game season. And I remember thinking to myself, why didn't they get a New Year's Six Bowl? They got so madly disrespected. Bro, these playoffs have changed everything. Vanderbilt, the reason they beat Bama because they realize, and think about it right now, Vanderbilt has 2 losses. If Vanderbilt doesn't lose again, you cannot keep out 10-2 Vanderbilt with the win over Bama out of the playoff. So teams, and I did this in my mid-season takeaways, is that any team can beat any team because any team believes they have a chance. Any team believes they have a chance. If they don't believe they have a chance at the playoff, they believe they have a chance at the regular bowl game, which is going to get viewed more now because it's going to be a whole separate occasion before the playoff starts. Like, it's going to be incredible. It's the reason you're seeing Boise State's not the only good group of 5 team. You have Memphis who's doing really good, Tulane, UNLV in their own division. Heck, Boise State could go undefeated, get to the Mountain West Championship, and UNLV could beat them and rob them of the 12th seed at the end. Do you know how crazy that is? This is the greatest college football season we may ever have seen. And it's only the first of many. 12-team playoff is the greatest thing that could have happened. People said it was going to devalue the regular season. I think it made it more valuable. It made it more valuable. Think about it right now. That Vanderbilt loss from Bama doesn't eliminate Bama, right? So now Alabama, Tennessee, both teams having one loss usually would have been, whatever, throw them to the side. Now it's whoever loses an Alabama-Tennessee game is going to be the one that might be eliminated. Like, there's layers now, dude. It's not one and done. And I think there might be even a 3-loss team in there. Maybe. So, I love it. It feels more like March Madness. It's like if Boise's going against Georgia, we will never know who will win because it doesn't matter who's better. It's who goes out. Yes, exactly. And I don't think it was like that for a long time. But what changed was the transfer portal and NIL. And people hated it. But transfer portal, if players aren't getting played, bye-bye. They're going to another school. Boise State picked up those guys. Indiana, Ohio, the MAC school, right? Ohio, they lost a ton of players, right? They went into transfer portal. Indiana said, gimme, 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 gimme. And he took all of his guys from JMU, okay? So, gimme, gimme, gimme. He's taken from great group of 5 schools. The thing is, good group of 5 schools are not that far away from a team like Georgia, like you said. They aren't. You saw what Boise State did against Oregon. They lost by 3. Oregon beat Ohio State. That's the margin right now between these teams. It's a 1-point difference between Oregon and Ohio State. It's a 3-point difference between Oregon and Boise. Come on, man. Come on. That's incredible. That's incredible. It's incredible. 4th and 7. There was a false start. Nebraska calls timeout. They're down 35 right now to Indiana. Y'all, I've not been this excited to wake up on Saturdays in a long damn time. Now, look, I'm always excited. I love college football, period. So, like, last year when Indiana was bad, I would tune in for a little bit and just figure, I got to go. You know, I'd watch a little bit, but I couldn't really watch, right? Year before, Balzac, so I called him Balzac. 2022 season was rough too. Actually had a little bit of hope at the beginning of the season. Played a really good game against Louisville, and everything. Sorry, that was last year. There was hope at the beginning of both seasons, right? Started like 2-1, but again, played nobody. Once they started playing literally anybody with a pulse, they started losing both seasons, right? Haven't made a bowl game since 21. Once we lost Penix, I really started following Washington more than Indiana. I still was an Indiana fan, obviously, but like I'm going to watch entertaining football. I don't want to watch crap. So to see entertaining football again in Indiana is awesome. By the way, it's a turnover on downs. So Indiana has a chance now to put up their 7th touchdown. Nebraska getting their ass beat, right? Things like that happening, though, like that is incredible. That is incredible. I'm telling you right now, bro. Raiola's a 5-star quarterback. This is a Nebraska team that recruited. They had the same access to everything, all this, whatever. People really said Nebraska's going to be back this year. Nebraska's going to be da-da-da. I'm telling you this right now, and this is as an Indiana fan, and I know all my Indiana fan, Hoosier fans can agree. We did not. I just hope we go to a bowl game. Nebraska will. 5-2 right now, dude. Big Ten, look, and this is going to sound crazy, but there's teams. This is a statement. Let me say it like this. This is a statement. Indiana is number 16 right now. Bama or Tennessee is going to lose. Obviously, they have to play each other. Okay? Georgia or Texas is going to lose, right? You don't know who in the top 15 is going to lose. I think if you shake it up enough, there's a way we're going to see a number 10 or better in front of Indiana's name next week. Yeah. I mean, look, Nebraska, dude, like you get realize this is kind of the first year of their rebuild. The biggest thing with this being the first year of the rebuild for Signetti is he's done it before. You know what I mean? Matt Rule has too, though. You have to trust in Matt Rule. It's usually year 3 where he really comes alive. He already has Nebraska at 5-2. This is one of their best starts in a while. Remember what he did with Baylor. Remember what he did with Temple. He's very good at rebuilding teams. So believe in Rule. He's a great college coach. I really do trust. I remember his Baylor team in like 2000, was it 21? See, look at this. Signetti from 2011 2016 was IUP's coach, had a great record. Then Elon had 2 NCAA tournament appearances, CAA Coach of the Year. And then at JMU had 3 CAA championships, 22 and 23 Sun Belt Coach of the Year. So he's done it. He's done it. Louisville's cooking. Are they winning? Are they winning? See, look, and that's huge too. Louisville cooking, beating Miami. Again, like, there's going to be a. I'm telling you guys, and I know I'm sounding crazy. I'm sounding bogus, whatever. And I really want to call out NDF soon because he said, I could just call it right now. It's over about us playing Ohio State. I'm telling you right now, this Indiana team can beat Ohio State. This Indiana team can beat Texas. This Indiana team can beat any fucking team in football. I don't ever want to hear shit. That's not possible. Is that possible? Come in here lying, bro. It's 38-31. Miami's up. I was going to say it's not possible because I checked the score earlier. This is a run up the gut, up to the 10-yard line, really up to the 9. Justice Ellison. I don't like playing guys like Ellison and stuff still. Take all the starters out. You good. I'm at Indiana 49, Nebraska 7. Indiana does not have 49 yet. Are you spoiling? Are you spoiling, NDF? Really? Really? It's 42, brother. Uh-oh. NDF's going to get banned. I'm kidding. That's my dog. Did you watch Nebraska in 2009? No, sir. I was 5 years old. I really started watching football in 2012, if I'm being real. Here is a run and touchdown. Indiana, now it's 49-7. And now we'll pin that message. I'm watching Miami Elville. Okay. Well, what? Was 2009 season amazing for Nebraska? And Sig's just sipping water. Kurt Siganetti is a beast. He's a beast. 13 minutes left and it's 49-7. Ohio State is still beating y'all. You don't know that. You don't know that at all. You don't know that at all. Vandy beat Bama this year. Arkansas beat Tennessee. Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame. That Notre Dame team beat a Texas A&M team that's really good. So it's like, anybody can beat anybody, bro. Illinois versus Indiana Big Ten Championship would feed generations, and Indiana would kill them by like 50. Don't fucking play with me. This Illinois team beat Nebraska in overtime. We're beating them by like 42. Hey, it's not like me to get cocky about stuff, but I just got to keep it a buck, NDF. Bro, you are disrespecting Indiana crazy. And I was too. Let's not act like I wasn't. I said we would lose by 4 points today. And Indiana said, fuck you, dude. You're a fan. Fuck you. Here, bro, that's why I try to stay optimistic. Because look at what happens when Luke gets pessimistic. He gets proven wrong. Bro, I'm telling you right now, Nebraska had one of the best rated safeties, if I'm not mistaken, Matthew O'Hanlon. He won Defensive Player of the Year. His number is 33, and I personally know him and his son. Oh, shit, cool. I like the name, Matthew O'Hanlon. All I'm saying is this, NDF, bro. Anybody can beat anybody. The only issue is we have to play Ohio State at Ohio State. But, bro, even if we lose to them, I really see Indiana going 11-1, making the playoff. So it's like, you know, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep out 11-1 Indiana? Because we won't make the Big Ten Championship if we lose to Ohio State. Ohio State will make it over us. Unless Ohio State loses to Penn State. If Ohio State loses to Penn State drops a game, Indiana loses to Ohio State, I think somehow they could make it in. There's a difference between our games. Nebraska home field advantage was one of the loudest crowds this decade. Plus, they were undefeated top 15 at that point. Remember, we are the ones that corrupted them. Okay, bro. Look, here's how I'm going to say this. Illinois almost choked against Purdue. And I'm not going to act like Indiana's not going to play tough against Purdue. Because they will, because it's a fucking rivalry game for the Oaken Bucket, old Oaken Bucket. But, bro, Illinois is a good team. Nebraska is a good team. Indiana's up here now. They're not up to Penn State, Ohio State, or Oregon level yet. They're still up here. But Indiana, in like maybe Wisconsin, are like up here. And then you have Penn State, Oregon, Ohio State, okay? Look, man. Okay, well, letting Purdue do that was kind of crazy. Look, I'm not hating on Illinois. I think they're a good to decent team. They obviously lost to Penn State. All I'm saying is you calling us dead in the water is hilarious, you know, against Ohio State, when really you're just saying that because Notre Dame couldn't beat them. Don't fucking play with me, NDF. I'm not gonna play with you, bro. And look, I fuck with you. You my guy. But like, bro, let's just keep it a buck. You don't want Indiana to beat them because you know that the Irish couldn't do it. And the Irish still probably couldn't. Let's keep it real. Anything can happen in a rivalry game, you're right. And anything can happen in Indiana versus Ohio State. You got to realize, bro, up until today, Indiana never led by 28 against Nebraska since 1945. That's 80 years. 80 years. Illinois should have lost in fucking overtime against Nebraska. Our defense owed. When did they not? Damn, that's tough. Uh-oh, kicker turn. Not touchdown, though. Gets the tackle. Is that the kicker? Look at the kicker getting a tackle. Bro, but no, all I'm saying is calling a loss early like that, I don't like. If Indiana was fucking ass cheeks, yeah, call it, bro. I would have called it. Bro, actually go back and watch my preview videos for, I don't know when we played Ohio State last year. Last year I said that we would be tied 14-14 at the end of first quarter and we would end up losing 56 to like 17. That's real. That's usually how an Indiana-Ohio State game goes. But in 2020, we lost by 7 and we're down at 21 at half against Justin Fields and came back and lost by 7. Fields threw 2 interceptions second half. I don't know, man. I feel confident about that game. Now, I'm not saying we're going to win, but I'm saying it's going to be close as fuck, bro. It's going to be so close. That game is going to be so close. Who was the last Indiana player to win Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year? 2001, Antoine Randall L. Legend. 6th in Heisman voting, 2,600 total yards, 17 total touchdowns. Guy was a beast, yo. Beast. Oh, shoot, look at their backup. Backup quarterback doing some work over there. Backup quarterback. Can we all agree Scott Frost is only a good coach for Oregon? Oh. It's real. Ohio State versus Michigan Big Ten Championship would be the casuals. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Michigan's fucking ass this year. Look, actually, let me say this too, and this is going to, maybe this will rub some feathers wrong, because we do have to play Michigan. Here's my real tiers. So you have the great tier is Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State. The good tier, Michigan, Washington, Indiana. Okay, sorry, that's the great tier. Good tier is Wisconsin, Nebraska, Illinois. As Nebraska just gets to the 5-yard line here. 11 minutes left. Indiana up 42. And then you have the... I'll throw Northwestern in the good tier too. No, I won't. Let's go down to okay tier, which is Maryland, Northwestern, Minnesota. You can move Minnesota up. And then in the terrible tier... Oh, I forgot Illinois. My bad. Illinois is in the good tier. Illinois is in the good tier. Purdue is in the terrible. Is there another team I'm missing? I don't think so. Bro, Illinois, Indiana, no, it'd be fire. It'd be fucking fire. I would love it. I don't know what Illinois has to do, though. Illinois lost. They only have one loss, but it's to Penn State. I am saying, though, Penn State probably loses a game. So if Illinois wins out, I know they probably have to play Ohio State, though. It would be sick, dude. I'm still upset we never got Northwestern, Indiana. 2020, that fucking shit stinks and sucks. Also, I have to say, that Big Ten Championship, Northwestern got killed by Ohio State. Indiana played the closest game to Ohio State that anybody played against them that year in the Big Ten. So, that's why I'm saying, like, you gotta watch out. We're already losing. I don't even care. He's like, don't fucking score. Fuck this shit. Right. Raiola, second half. He's actually having a better second half, I guess. Actually, no, he's not. He has 2 picks. I'm lying. Luke is spreading misinformation online. Kamara's coming through. Incomplete. Indiana's still trying to keep him off the board. It's crazy. I love it, though. Good defense. When Illinois beats the scum this week, we aren't losing another game. Who's the scum? Oh, Michigan? Well, what's the schedule look like after that? Going back to anyone can win the D1 colleges, has to play FCS to play them, and even Florida, they pay them, they still, yes. Bro, the FCS college shit's so fucking annoying. I'm not going to act like Indiana didn't do it, obviously, at the beginning, right? They played Western Kentucky. Incomplete. Oh, a little too far. But, Was it no what Western Illinois or whoever the fuck. We played like the worst team ever. But and Charlotte. Charlotte sucks too. They were FCS, I think. But other than that, you start with FIU, who's, you know, group of 5. You play 2 cupcakes, and then you start playing real games. Interesting. Yes. Schedule is front loaded where all the tough games are early. Okay. We'll see. We'll see what Illinois does, bro. They could shock me. I'm not saying Illinois is a bad team. I'm just saying that they're in the good tier. Now, if Michigan, which I also put, right, in the good tier, didn't I? I put Michigan still in the good tier? Or no, I put Michigan in the great tier? Whatever. USC's in the good tier. They kind of fell for me. That should be a good game. Is that today? Who does Illinois... Does Illinois play Michigan today? Rutgers or UCLA coming up. Yeah. Now, look. Rutgers actually looking pretty good today, but they're playing... I mean, UCLA looks good, but they're playing Rutgers. So... Rutgers is a team, though, that just one day might... I don't know. They're weird, man. 4th and goal. And sacked Raiola by 3 red jerseys. Indiana keeps it 49-7. Kamara stands up and is hyped. One of the best defensive linemen in the Big Ten, statistically top 7 in every single defensive line statistic. Illinois playoff bid would feed generations upon generations. Yeah, facts. I mean, Indiana really should win the rest of their games, other than, like, the toughest games left are Michigan, Ohio State, Washington, which are back-to-back-to-back weeks, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, I think Washington's next week, and then I think it's like a Rutgers, and then it's Michigan, Ohio State, and then Purdue. The truth is, if they beat Michigan, I think they're gonna have a great chance against Ohio State, and they should beat Purdue. So we'll see. 7-0 is great. 10-2 won't get us there. Unless the 2 losses, like if they have a win against Ohio State, but they have 2 losses, let's say one of the losses is to like Michigan and the other loss is to Washington, but they have the win against Ohio State. I don't know. I don't know what the committee will do. That's gonna be really interesting. I wouldn't say this year only, but the Big Ten is freaking great again. Like the Big Ten is great. Oregon, obviously, Ohio State, Penn State, them like carrying the conference up there. But then obviously you have teams like Indiana, Washington, Michigan, Wisconsin, who are pretty slept on. Illinois, we just talked about, very slept on. Like, yeah, like usually Big Ten is so front loaded, but this year it's like there's a lot of great teams mixed in with the contenders. Not Premier, but best. Yeah, Premier is still SEC technically. But here's the biggest thing is SEC is going to kill itself. By that, I mean the SEC is doing what the Pac-12 did last year, which is infighting, right? So then at the end of the year, a ton of the teams are actually at 20-25 instead of up at the top 10 because so many of them lost to each other. So, like, you're not going to see everybody still being like, oh, well, 7 SEC teams are going to make the 12-team play. No, dude, because what's going to happen is you're going to have these SEC teams keep losing. You know, A&M's gonna beat a bunch of teams, but then A&M's gonna like lose at the end of the year, and then Texas is gonna lose to A&M somehow. It's chaos in the SEC. It's chaos. I'll see you. It's chaos in the SEC, which hurts the conference. Chaos hurts the conference. Honestly, Big 12 is really slept on. BYU, Iowa State, Kansas State. Those 3 teams, man, out of that Big 12, watch out, especially BYU, Iowa State. That would feed generations, too. We're talking about championships. BYU, Iowa State, undefeated each would be crazy. That's what the Pac always... Exactly, it's what they always did. But another conference had to pick up the armor. Had to pick up the bad luck, I guess, of it all, and the SEC did, which shocks me. I thought it was going to be a different conference. But, like, Vandy beating Bama, come on, man. So we'll see. See what happens. Mets, Dodgers. Oh. This is great, y'all. Indiana, man. 10 minutes, 31 seconds. Look at this. And this crowd stayed today, which is good. A little bit to the left, they didn't. Indiana has the ball. We are in the 4th quarter. Is this the third string quarterback? No, I'm kidding. That's crazy. Don't be disrespectful, I guess. Wow. Dang, and they're winning a winning tradition patches on their jersey. Nebraska is. That's crazy. You won by 40, and Iowa State jumped you. Iowa State's undefeated. I mean, I just got to keep it a buck. Iowa State's undefeated. Things happen, brother. You know. Now look, Notre Dame, that win against A&M looks better and better every week. I mentioned this on my predictions video. I think that A&M win is incredible now. I think it's very, very good. Because A&M's only going to get better every week. They weren't that good week one, but you got them when they weren't good. That's smart. You know? Now, you could say the same thing with Indiana. Oh, Indiana's getting Nebraska when they're not good. They're 5-1, but whatever. You got them at Kyle Field. Beat them at Kyle Field. That's huge. So, Iowa State, though, Iowa State has a really good win against Iowa. People always call the Iowa wins huge and big and matter. Up to the 26-yard line is Indiana. So, like, you got to realize the freaking committee loves wins against Iowa. You know why? Because Ohio State always gets a big one against them. Like, oh, that's a great win because it's Ohio State. You know, they slurp up Ohio State. So, look at 80 combined starts by transfers, most in FBS, 27 transfer players, 13 transfers from James Madison. Immediate impact transfers leading teams in passing yards, touchdowns, work, rushing yards, Justice Addison, rushing touchdowns, Tyson Lawton, Elijah Surratt in receiving yards, Keyshawn Williams receiving touchdowns. That's so crazy. It's just all about consistency at this part of the year. I wouldn't stress about it too much. If Notre Dame handles business and wins out, they're going to be good. Toughest games that's on their schedule are Navy and USC at the end, but USC is really not that tough anymore. USC's defense is fucking awful again. So I wouldn't be too worried. Honestly, really just that Navy game is really the only one left. I think they might have to play Army, but both those teams have a very simple scheme, so Notre Dame should beat them. Yeah, you just said and Army before I read it, but yeah, and Army. But like they run a simple scheme that's easy to read. Notre Dame, with their talent and Freeman, Coach Freeman, should understand. Oh, here's a Horton. Horton, here's a who. Up to like the 46. Like, I would take out all the starters. What are we doing? Curtis Worker's a dog, man. Didn't even have to do much today. And he bloodied his hand up pretty bad. So then they took him out mid-third quarter, which I'm okay with. Let him fully heal up and everything. He was 17 for 21, 189, one touchdown, one INT. Pretty good game. Not amazing, but good enough. Look at that run, and that's going to gain about 8. And if I'm Indiana, I'm just running down this clock, making it 56-7, giving it back, and ending the game. This is great. Look at Taven Jackson, 6 for 6, 87 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, that's incredible from your backup. Obviously garbage time, but still pretty freaking cool. He came into the game when the lead was it 28? 28-7? I think it was 28-7. So that's 21 points. Pretty good. There's a run that's going to get a first down. Taven Jackson looking good for anybody that doesn't know. This is incredible. Taven Jackson looked pretty bad last year. I watched him. I mean, he could run, but like he couldn't really pass that well. Mendoza's the other backup. Looks like maybe he comes in soon. I don't know. 6:50 left. Oh yeah, just letting this run down. This is beautiful, folks. 7-0 Indiana will be incredible. This will be my magnum opus of life. It's getting harder and harder to breathe. Do. Taven Jackson actually going to pass here. Taven running out of the pocket, and it's going to be dropped. Ugh. Bad drop. Got to kick it back. Are they staying out? Nah. Georgia Tech was supposed to be a test, but not anymore. What's the score? Georgia Tech who? Oh, versus Notre Dame. Yeah, Tech's weird. I think I called, like, there was an upset alert on it, but, like, I definitely picked Notre Dame. Again, because that Notre Dame win against A&M is every single week making me think higher and higher Notre Dame. I really wish they didn't lose to NIU. It would make me higher on them. But if I was in the committee, I'd have Notre Dame top 10. I damn near have Indiana top 10, though, at this point, too. I mean, I just got to be real. At least top 12. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to take a lot. If I'm going to be honest, Indiana's probably number 14. They're probably going to move up, too. Knowing the committee, the AP, they're going to move up to number 14. They're going to have to prove it again. They're going to have to be 8-0. Once they go 8-0, they'll move up to, like, 11. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Y'all, since this game is over, shout out IU. I love IU. I'm going to go. I love y'all. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching.